Are you there? Hello? Hello?
Hey, it worked.
Score one for the good guys.
Right. How you doing?
Fair to middling. How about you?
Oh, hanging in there. Hanging in.
So what happened with the texting? Now it finally connected on the computer. Are you there? Okay.
There we go.
Can you see me?
I can see you. Can you see me?
I can see you now.
Okay. There we go. So yeah, it said the call was terminated because you called from another device. So I don't know if you switched devices there or what. But...
Well, yeah. What I was trying to do was I was trying to get you on the computer because it's a bigger picture.
all this baldness.
I thought you were sporting the shaving thing or the beard and mustache thing.
I was, but then I noticed that like everybody that went to their final trial in the newspaper had the long beard looking like Rip Van Winkle, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna go back to my clean shaven self. So
Okay.
I want to look respectable for court. I was thinking, okay, I'll go ZZ Top and just let it go, and no, I'm not doing that. So yeah, it looked more like the mad scientist or something. I wasn't doing it. So
it's all good.
How's this? Does this look more respectable?
You look wonderful. You look
All
wonderful.
Right.
You know,
Good.
when I couldn't get hold of you, I got nervous.
Yeah, I was getting nervous too. I'm like, what, is the system down or what? Like I said, we just had a cell search, so it's like the Gestapo comes through and rips up everything you have. So that's where they stole my Bible before. So
Right.
I couldn't believe that. Still can't believe that. But... So how's life by you? You're looking good.
Well, thank you. Today the knee is quiet, which is nice.
Yeah.
It's Pentecost, so the Holy Spirit has been sent down upon us.
Delivered you from pain for the day.
Nice. Yeah, whatever. You know, it's you know, I know if I twist certain ways that it's going to be a real problem. And then there are times that I don't think that I did anything wrong, and all of a sudden it's sore. So you know,
Right.
I take it the way it is.
And here I've been bragging about doing my push-ups, and I've been a little lax lately. And the other day I was a little agitated, so I did 200. The last 2 days I walked around, I couldn't move. I was like, oh my god.
200 push-ups. I don't know that I could do 2.
Yeah. When I got here, I couldn't do 2. So, yeah, it's the jail workout. It's called fear. They keep talking about if you do go to prison, you're going to get shanked, and you got to be able to defend yourself. And I'm like, I'm 60. How do you do that? So, yeah, I just don't know.
So Patty has been in Kansas City the last week and a half.
Okay, how's that going for her?
As far as I know, it's going okay. You know, she's there to help because Christina is back to work. So I guess she started back actually before Memorial Day. No, the Thursday after Memorial Day, she started working from home.
Okay.
So she worked Thursday and Friday from home, and then she's back in the office this whole last week. So
Pat's been full-time grandma.
Well, so Tim's there because as a teacher, he took FMLA.
Okay.
So he's been home since a couple days before the birth.
Oh, okay.
And they've got a game plan with Christina's family. So her mom and dad had a house built about 10 minutes from theirs, and
Okay.
Christina's sister and brother-in-law and their 3 kids are about 10 minutes the other direction. So
Okay.
um, they have a plan for when Tim goes back to work,
Mm-hmm.
um, to to have coverage so that they won't have to pay for childcare because you know
That gets expensive really quick. Yeah.
he's a teacher and she works for a not-for-profit supporting homeless teenagers.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So she also has a master's degree in education, and she taught high school for a couple years. I guess about 5 years.
Gotcha.
So
I understand. Yeah.
so yeah, that's what's up with them. So
Mm-hmm.
you hearing anything from the lawyer?
Nope. So I'm gonna try to get him a letter off this week, but I mean, I don't want to bother him. Like I said, supposedly he's one of the best in the country. So, but like I said, my bunkie has 3 stepdaughters who lied on him. He had 24 counts. He paid $30,000 for my lawyer, who had a brother who was also one of his partners or something, who got in a motorcycle accident drunk and lost his license. So he inherited all of his cases on top of his, and kind of set him behind. So I don't know that he's working on my case or not. He just keeps continuing it and saying, I haven't got the depositions done yet. So I'm going to send him a letter this week and go, okay, we're kind of halfway between my last court date and my next court date. Is there anything you can tell me? I don't know. I don't want to tick him off because he's a public defender who
Right.
charges a lot of money if he's not. But so we'll see. But there's 2 huge murder cases in the county that he represented in the last 6 months that he just got both of these murderers off. But I'm like, murderers, there's no, victim, whereas I have a accused teenager saying I knew what she was doing and I didn't. So I don't know how you fight that.
Right. Well, you fight that with the credibility of the teenager, I suppose.
Yeah.
Um,
So, I mean, she's been in 10 behavioral facilities in the last 2 years, and I've been a driver's ed instructor who gets certified and fingerprinted every year, and I've been a teacher since 2008, realistically. So I've been, hopefully, that counts for something.
yeah, it just when I hear he's working on depositions, he would need to depose the woman that you were with. Well, she's not available, as I understand it, and she's not coming
Right.
back for the trial.
Well, that's what she was saying. I don't know if she realized it was going to go this far. I don't know where she's at, what she's doing.
Okay.
And then you got my stepdaughter, who I don't know where she's at either,
Right.
but she's had a year to work on her story. You know what I'm saying? And I think it started out as a relationship that they were trying to hide and saying that I approved of that I didn't. So I don't know what the logic is. There's no logic. It's kind of hard to put logic to something with no logic.
Right.
So I don't know how. That's why I'm saying I don't know how you defend against this, or whether I just take a plea to get out of as much trouble as I can, because I don't want to go to jail, but then I would have a felony on my record. So it's just crazy.
Well,
And that's probably all I should say about the case at this point. But,
I was just going to say,
yeah.
From my standpoint, if a plea involved time served, okay.
Yeah.
That's something I'd consider.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and I've heard of a lot of those, and 95% of these cases get settled by pleas, and only about 1% get off. So it's like my odds against me just getting through this are not looking good. So, and the longer they wear me down in here, I mean, we're approaching a year mark, and I still haven't done anything, and I'm feeling like I'm in a dungeon. So,
right. Well, you haven't done anything, and you're being warehoused.
yeah.
That's
Where is the justice in any of this? You know.
That's the major challenge.
Yeah.
Is
and everybody in here treats you like you're guilty. It's guilty until proven innocent. So it's pretty sad.
Yeah.
But on the brighter side, I still have faith, hope, and I haven't lost my mind yet, I hope. Or if I have, I'm at least, content.
But I tried to send you the Holy Week readings so that you could experience Holy Week as it happened, as opposed to kind of doing stuff in retrospect. So I don't know if you're reading the readings.
I am, yes. Thank you. I appreciate them.
It would be great if you could then journal what they mean to you, so that that's where the spiritual growth is.
Right, and I don't have access to like even a notebook here.
Right.
So
yeah, that's the piece that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Even if you were, given it and then they took it up when you were done with it, type thing. I don't know.
I can buy a notebook of like 50 pages for $6 on commissary, but I mean, you can buy them, but without having money, and I'm sick of asking people for money for stuff. It's just, So I've been reading, your readings have come in really handy, and I go through and read the associated Bible verses with it and stuff like that. So I'll get to where I've just memorized it all. Yeah. I'll come out and be ready for the diaconate.
Well, I don't know if I told you that I began the application process for the diaconate, and because of the history I had with porn, they were like, "Yeah, no."
Right.
And that was largely the linchpin was the fact that my social work license was suspended due to unethical activity.
Mm-hmm.
So the concern was that there would be potential for scandal within the church.
Right. It is worse. It is the worst charge you can get you. I mean, I can see you could be murderers here have much more freedom than I do. Like literal multiple murderers, people in here on their 16th meth charge for setting up labs and cooking methamphetamines. They are treated like saints compared to us. We are kept in a little, they call it the bubble. It's a little space next to the murder area. So right outside our window are murderers who chant, we should kill all the chomos, and anytime we go out the door, we get, catcalled and told they're going to kill us and all this kind of stuff. So, it's not a real nice thing. That's what I'm saying. I really don't want to have to plead to have that charge on my record, because then you have to register and all that stuff. And there's a lot of kooks out there who target people on the list. So,
right.
So I don't. There's not a real happy ending looking coming out of this. So I understand what you're saying. Is my point. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's like you have to look at life differently once you've been accused of this, and that's why it's like it wrecks my career with ever teaching driver's ed again. I mean, that's done. I might be able to teach at the college level because international students don't care. They just want their license, and they're not going to Google my, background necessarily, But other than that, I don't know.
Got it.
Yep. And half the, even department stores now with this charge, I don't know that I could get hired. So I don't know where I'm going to work after this. So, and then for a lot of public aid, you don't qualify.
Oh,